Hello everybody, D-Kel again. We're going to get back into building this mod. Sorry for coming on so late, but we'll be trying to get as far as we can get tonight. So let's make it happen. Come on now. Pulling up the chat, people pulling up the chat. Connect. Jumping on the chat right here. We're gonna get right back into it. I think I brought a few tools up here to help me with the issues that I was having last night as far as the tap goes. I don't even know where the old one is. Are we connected? Are we connected? Let's see. Looks like we're connected. Let's just refresh the page then. There we go. There we go. Dismiss this. We should be on right now. 2 minutes in. Just making sure we're on. It looks like we're on. Okay. So let me put these headphones on. We are getting a good mic, good mic. Okay. Let's get right to it. All right. So yesterday we got as far as tapping this whole piece. We were having an issue with my, like I said, I drilled a 3.2 hole instead of a 3.3. I think that made me have to put too much pressure when it came down to tapping the piece in. I can't even find the original tap. But anyway, I have another one. I had another set, so I'm going to use this one. What was in here? What's this? This is the M4. That's what we were using yesterday. This should be the M5. This is the M5. So we're going to use this. Hopefully this one is a bit better. It has a more basic system as far as tightening the tap on to the actual adapter. So we should be okay with that. Let me pull up the PDF. Right. So right now we are going to tap these 40 by 40 by 290 pieces. Tap them through the bottom the way that they're set up as far as let's see, as far as going up, going down through. So that's the way we're going to tap them and set them with these pieces in conjunction to where they're sitting. Like these holes with the drill piece in, you can see the little curvature, the curvature marks right here. Those pieces we are going to face each other on this side and this side of the actual extrusion and drill, not drill down, but tap down into the actual extrusion piece. Alright, 4mm holes. Alright, so we're gonna tap down. Let's do that with those two pieces. When it's all done, we're gonna do these. We wanna make sure we can go all the way through. Boom, we can go all the way through. Alright, so in conjunction, I'm looking at where our holes are drilled. Did I not drill the holes in these? Oh God. I thought I drilled the holes in these. Well, I guess I did not. Oh yes I did. Alright. So these are gonna sit this way and this way. Alright. We're gonna tap down in these. Remember, this is a 5. I don't know if you can see that, but if it focuses in on that, I don't know if it will. But that's a 5mm tap. Like I said, we're going down this way because they got to sit this way. We're going down, tapping that way. This adapter piece is much easier than the last one. I'll break through the second hole. You can see we're already through the second hole. I'm trying to get it in the center, I'm sorry. We're through the second hole. We're going to work our way to the other side. Is starting the other side now. Give it a little pressure. I don't want to ruin the holes that we already created. Turn this lights on. Sorry. I don't want to ruin the holes that we already created on this side, creating the holes on that side. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it went right through. That's it. I think that's as deep as it goes. Alright. I don't know how much of an issue we're gonna have with that. Because I didn't want, I'm pretty sure whatever. Let's look at the PDF real quick. Let's take a look at the PDF. Alright, and I'm going to scroll to where these extrusion pieces are actually being used to see which way the bolts are going in. It looks like the bottom frames for this side and this side right here. Put the extension pieces on there. Goes on that way. actually connect with those holes right here. How do they connect with those holes? Through the bottom coming up. So those will go in there. It doesn't actually show me how they go in there. That way. Wow. Alright, so this says it connects right here. This is where the connection is. I want to see if it goes all the way through. That's my thing right there. So slide it along the edge. Doesn't look the same, right? This looks like it has a front piece to it. Where the rod goes through there. I wonder if that connects through that. Let's see. The rod. So now, all I'm doing right now is looking to see how these holes, do they go all the way through the thread or do they use just half of it? Because right now my tap isn't fitting all the way going into the other side. It's just fitting through half of the actual extrusion. So if it only uses half of the extrusion, we're good. If it uses it all, I have to figure out something else. But, all right, let me see, because right here, like it seems like this, the instruction file jumps around a lot. It'll show you one thing, like it's not progressive, if I may say. Like it shows you based off of whatever area you're building right now. So if you can see this frame, this is later on in the PDF. If you can see this, it shows you this section of the bottom frame without the actual extrusion that is vertical on this side. It shows you that part of the frame, but it doesn't show this part in conjunction with this part, unless I'm off somehow. You see what I'm saying? Like this is the answer that I'm actually looking for, this part right here, right? And it says, because I do have these pieces for the expansion, the modification to make it a bit bigger. I do have these pieces right here that I'm going to put in. So my thing is, I want to see now. See, so now it shows the bottom frame with the rods. Bottom rear frame. Okay. Like I said, that's kind of confusing to me. So this is the bottom rear frame. I can see that. This says the bottom rear frame again. Frame ultimate. So those parts are going to be on there, and this part will go under and attach to these extrusions right here. see that. So now what I'm gonna do, this is sometimes this is the most simplest answer. Sometimes what I'm about to do is the most simplest answer. Go back to the original look. There you go. There you go. So that was my confusion. It was showing the picture of the actual printer without this on there. So it looks like this is the front, but when they don't show this, you don't see this. When they don't show this part, let me raise this up. When they don't show this part and they show that part of the frame, it makes you think that's the front. But when they show this part and they don't show this part of the frame, then you're like, what's going on? So sometimes the most simplest answer is just to go back to the beginning and look at what it's originally supposed to look like. All right. So right now, it looks like when you put these pieces in, it's going to screw in through the bottom, but it does need to come all the way through. So let's try and make that happen. Let's try and make that happen. Let's get back to where we were. All right, let's get back to where we were. So we were this way. And I'm going to use, of course, I'm going to use a bolt to check this out to make sure that we got our threads properly taken care of. This one's doing the same thing to me. See what I'm doing from the top. All right, so which one was it that we did? We did that one. And I made it to this side. Let's see if we do this side. Well, from an engineer's perspective, this shouldn't work, but we'll see. Get into that hole because we already did that hole. Okay. All right, we're gonna get a long M5 bolt and see if this actually works. Alright, so that does go to the end. This is not a long enough M5 bolt. Since we got all the way on that side, let's see if this one starts here and it goes through here. Or does it get stuck? Alright, it's pretty decent. Goes all the way through. That's good. I think I need a longer bolt though. And I'm pretty sure some of the original bolts on here are long enough to do that. Give me 1 second. All right. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna test, give it the ultimate test to go from one side to the other. Because in order for it to lock onto those, to create that ultimate frame and to use the gaps, it has to be able to go all the way through. See, damn. Alright. Give me. It's stopping. I need a big Allen key. Does this fit? Nope. Means I gotta go in the tools. All right, let's go in the tools. Now what's going on here? Nope, not fit. The one that actually fits is probably in one of my tools. Let's find out which tool it is. All right, this is the tool right here. Nope. All right. Just vacuuming the dust off of here. I'm hoping that I didn't vacuum up my bit. Let's see, is this the one? Yes, you are the one. I'm not going to use you. I am going to use you. I need more hand pressure. All right, let's see if we can get this to go through here. Nope. I'm going to have to find a way to get that to go all the way through. This is stuck. Get it out. See, can I force that through? Create one. This is metal. Metal may be able to cut through it and create its own thread. Yep. So what I'm doing now is the thread that didn't make it through and where it was getting stuck at, I'm creating it with the actual M5 bolt. Just going back and forth. So it's good to have hand tools sometimes. Cool, so that goes all the way through. Sorry for over testing. Just want to make sure that this can go through all the way with, you know, just hand pressure. Pause. Hand pressure. Looks like it's pretty good. All right, cool. That works. All right. Anything that's going, it looks like anything that's going the 40 mil way, it's going to take a little finessing to get it all the way through, and that's only because this tap doesn't go all the way through to the other side. Let's get this going. Where was that? All right, this is this side. Yep. Let's get it in there. Let's get it in there. Come on, man. There you go. There you go. Then I'm going to twist till it gets all the way tight. So I'm gonna get as far as I can get. All right, that's all the way tight. It won't go any further, so I'm gonna pull that back. Out this way. Out. Try this one more time, coming from this angle, and see if I can get it to reverse and be okay. Like I said, from an engineering perspective, this shouldn't work because the threads are reversed. So let's do this again. Take this out. Let's run this all the way through. All right, beautiful. Goes all the way through from the door. Perfect hole. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Perfect. I like Street Fighter. Perfect. All right. See, here go that adapter I was looking for. It just appeared in my face. That's how good I am with magic, man. I tricked myself. Okay. Put the pressure and go. And go. See, this feels a whole lot easier than yesterday when we were doing the taps because the holes are exactly where they wanted them at. So once it catches, and another thing, this is thinner. This isn't, I'm guessing it's not as thick as that. It's not. And this is thinner. Once it catches, it's through and it creates that thread immediately. So this is definitely easier than yesterday. This is going to go as tight as it can go. It's as tight as it goes. It's all the way. It got about, I guess, this far. Pull that out. Some pressure off of it. Twist it the other way. Can't wait to get this prep work done and get this thing on the move, man. Like I said, coming through this side and try and get that one. Worked pretty well last time. Alright, so that's out. Let's put the bolt through. See if we look good. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Went all the way through. Alright, cool beans, cool beans. Let's do the next side. It's got that tempo. Me twisting. Alright. So we'll put it through there. Went all the way through, tightened it. Take some of the pressure off of that, twist it out this way. This seems to work a little better. So I like power tools, man. I like doing these more or less by hand. I mean, don't like doing this more or less by hand. Don't mess with me. There we go. All right, that's enough. Alright, put the bolt through it, see if it goes through. Smooth. Not even a slowdown. All right, so we know in these two extrusions, they're all set, ready to go. All right, let's get to this one. This is for, pretty sure these might be for the Y-axis. All four of these, and one to the side. Let's do the side ones because we know that they're going to require the most work. Sorry, just making sure I'm in the right perspective. I don't see anything right there. That's the front. Oh no, this is the 4mm or the Y? This is the Y one. Okay. Stop. But okay. Just making sure we had the right perspective of what we're doing. Same thing. Now once we get loose, let it keep some of the tension off of it. Do the easy work first. I mean the hard work first. Sorry. Take the long path on both holes first, then do the reverse side. Then we'll run bolts through both of the sides. Then we'll do the 4 over top and then run bolts through all 6 holes right here because they're so close in proximity. This thing got me wondering something. So let's do that. Set them up. Get it out of there. All right, here we go. This side, let's get this side in there. Like I said, only tap it up to the next hole. Try not to disturb the next hole that it comes up to. That way we don't ruin the tread. That's good. Take it out of there. This side, tap this side. Get out to the next hole. I'm looking down the actual tunnel right there. I don't know if you can see that. Looking down the actual tunnel just to make sure it doesn't come through the hole. You see the, I don't know if you can see the point. It's actually on this side. I don't know. So I just really don't want it to disturb that hole. Cause that one was made in conjunction with the holes coming from up top. Which if anything, we could use this bolt to force the threads in that other hole. So let's do that. See, that's exactly what we just did right there. We forced those threads in there. I'm running back and forth. Running back and forth. Alright. Force this one. Pardon me, y'all. I'm tired today, man. I'm tired since this morning. That way? Okay, and everything else is down. Not to have it faced that way. This camera has been giving me a headache since I got it up there. Gotta get a better mounting system for it. Plus you can see it shaking all over. It's attached to the table. Alright. So now I'm gonna take this, clean that off. Bring it back through. Man, this part, this part's so time occupying and boring, man. This got me looking forward to the heat inserts. But it's okay. Necessary process, people. Necessary process in order to get this thing completed. And as long as we do everything that we need to do in order to get this machine running efficiently, not just fast, not just a high speed Ender 3 conversion to an Ender NG, but an efficient one. Because you can rush through this whole process and then later on realize you did something wrong. Then you gotta take the whole thing apart and maybe even order pieces for it. But we got another thing on the railroad that says measure twice, cut once. You can measure 3 or 4 times, cut once. So what I'm doing now is just basically tapping the threads before I bringing it all the way through, carrying as much metal shavings as I can with it. And once I do that, I'm taking this wire brush and cleaning off the tap. And when I go through, I don't have to do the whole clean out. Oh man, got one more hole on this side. I think we got 2 more pieces with a few more holes, and that's it. Then we can get to the assembly of this thing. Yeah, I'm on for a few hours tonight, y'all, so we'll get as far as we possibly can. Hopefully we can get this whole bottom frame done by tonight. Go. Clean that off. Spin that out. Alright, so now what I want to do with this piece, since these holes were so in close proximity to these holes, I want to make sure that everything is going the way that it's supposed to go. On the right side. Not fitting, huh? Wonder did we even test them. Alright, so that one works. I had a few discrepancies with it going through, but it ended up clearing its way through. Let's try this side. Works. That works. All right, let's try these. And like I said, the reason I know this went all the way through and a thread's a thread, but it's very close to those side holes. Perfect. Need any more? I go to the next one. Perfect. Went all the way through. Don't need any more. Sorry, I'm gonna keep putting that out the frame. So this one. Perfect. Went all the way through. All right. This one is Perfect. Went all the way through. Sorry for my triple and double checking, but I need to make sure this still is good right here. It's a beautiful, perfect thing. All right, let's get to these other pieces. All right, so that one's done. Let's get to this one. All right, so this, on these, remember, this is the front and this is the back. All right, front and back. And we are going to do it from that side. Front and back. I'm wondering, man. I put the 4mm bit to this. That 4mm bit right here. I did not. I did right here and here, but I did not do the 4mm bit right there. Try and do this because I don't have that dunnage on me. And this is already done. That's already done. Before I get started on this piece, let me make sure this one is already done. Yeah, these are done. You see about a hole size. That one just didn't have the correct hole size to it. We had to push that back through there. Now, what did I say? This was the front. Where was we doing this? Piece. That's not the piece. This is definitely the piece. This is the front and this is the back. Are you off? I'm turning this camera on y'all. Give y'all a different angle. Looks like he is unplugged. Did I unplug him? Yes, I did. There he goes. All right. Got a bunch of wires down here, so. Go. Get the yawns up out of me. How you doing, SG? Make sure that's good and that works. It's a lot of pressure, man. Not this thing, but you know, getting some of these when you tap some of these holes up, you know, I may have needed to open them up a bit wider, but it's working, it's going through. I have to clean off that tap. That could be doing it too. Could be a lot of debris on there. I have to clean it off. Alright, so this right here, I'm guessing these were the Z-axis extrusions for the Ender 3, where they're going in correspondence to the Ender 3 NG. I'm not sure right now at this point. We will take a look at that. I already do that side. These sides. I don't think I did that one yet. That hole's not wide enough. Yeah, where they're going at in correspondence, maybe on the Z, maybe back on the Z-axis. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Okay. Now we're going to tap the other side of them. That should be a shorter tap. Just want me to just, like I said before, I just want to make sure I'm not getting into that third hole that the tap went through all the way on the other side. Let's see it from here. There we go. Like I said, that's why we run the bolt through there, just to create the rest of this thread because you probably didn't thread in enough to wind the hole. That's why when we put it through there, we get that resistance sound out of the drill until it creates the threads for it. It's beautiful. Last one for this one. Then we're going to test out the threads one. All right, let's test out the resistance from the bolt. So once we hear like, and then it goes like, that's the resistance of the bolt. And it's creating a thread after that. Right there. Right there, it's too much, so I gotta continue it. There we go. That's just the end of it going all the way through. Working it back and forth. You always had that in there, but now we know it goes all the way through. And it's just because it's space between the bolt threads. Let's get this one going. All right, so it definitely met its match. Gotta do it by hand. Still tight. Still tight. That's all the way through. Work it back and forth. Make sure that I go back through easy again. All the way out. Let's work these. This one was beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Pre-testing holes. That's what we're doing right now. Pre-testing. Some of these holes definitely need it. This bolt is creating the completion of their threads of the holes. That one was perfect, beautiful, went right through. All right, I'm gonna take that one off. Good. Let's go to the last one. Wondering, can I cheat? wondering, can I really cheat with this? Because should I? When am I going to regret this? All right. See if we can cheat. I'm gonna run this through this drill. I'm going to turn this drill all the way down. All right, let's see where the front is before we start. How this is in correspondence to that. Yada yada yada. I really don't think there's a difference. This is the front, and this is the back. All right, let's see. Raising the power just to get it perfect. If I gotta go more than 10, I'm just gonna do it by hand. Yeah, that looks like it's about to strip the hole. So now we're just gonna do it by hand. No cheating. No cheating today. Let's see, how far did you get? Oh no, cheating might work. Beautiful. Yeah, we're live, Jean-Felix. I'm cheating with a drill in the chat. to the sun with it. I need light so I can see down here. I think I see my camera flickering. See if you I know. Definitely need the safety glasses. All right. So let's check these to make sure that they're going through. So I'm Felix. I gotta get safety glasses, I know. Definitely works. Here we go. Now, this one ran into an issue. Let's force this through to complete the thread. There we go. Working back and forth in order to make sure it's solidified. I think the battery on my drill is ready to quit. Let's see, did I do both of these? I'm not sure. Thought I did. Yeah, I did do both. Glad this is the last tap, man. Hopefully if all these work, we can get to it. Doing our heat inserts and setting up this frame. I'm ready to go. Took off from work tonight to make this happen. Alright, so that's good. That one's good. We'll watch that one go through if we can. All right. All right, we're done with the drill and tap portion of this PDF, which was literally only one page. But it was very time consuming, So right now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to this next page, see where we're going. We're gonna pull out our parts and look at the faces. I've already done this, but you know, in the nature of doing our prints or putting this together live, I'll show you the parts, and then we're gonna get into the bottom frame. So let me clean up some of these metal shavings. Please don't fall. Save me. Alright. I think we're done with this drill. Only needed that drill for the metal. And we are done with these. Still gonna keep these in case, you know, this project, this printer seems like it's definitely going to be something amazing in the arsenal. So this is me building it for the first time. If it becomes a thing where this build isn't really that tough, I'm going to keep my guides to be able to build this on, you know, a more multiple level. So, you know, you can find Ender 3s, Ender 3 Pros for very cheap. People selling them used, or, you know, selling broken ones for parts. If the whole frame is intact, if the whole frame is there, then you can definitely use that. With these builds, is it better to just buy a brand new updated printer? Maybe, but it depends on how you look at yourself as a 3D printing hobbyist. Are you a creator? You know, are you a tinker, or do you like engineering? Do you like making things come to life? You know, it could be a bit more valuable to you. So yes, this is going to be 3D printer. It's an Ender 3 Pro conversion to an Ender 3 NG, which is basically a Core XY printer. You can go to, let me see, you can go to RH3D's, let me move out the way of that, RH3D's website. I would suggest their Discord. They answer questions very quickly and efficiently. So that's what this is. It's a Core XY build from an Ender 3. We're not doing it from an Ender 3 Pro, we're doing it from an Ender 3. That's why we needed to print certain pieces in order to make this build work for them. Alright, so let's pull out the pieces. I'm gonna put my mat back down here. So let's go to sorry. Let's go here. Let's go from this angle. So these are the pieces. This piece right here, I'm looking at it compared to the PDF. All right, so this piece, where are you? Is this in the top? Should be in the bottom frame. It looks like this. Ah. Why does this look so different? I don't see this piece in there. All right, we're gonna set this one to the side because this looks very different than anything I have. All right, so we'll set this to the side, but it is a bottom piece. All right. Does this piece go with it? I don't see that. All right, this is one of the pieces, and this is one of the flat sides that it's talking about. Boom. All right. This might be there, but I'm not seeing it. Why does that not look like the piece? I'm still trying to figure out this piece, y'all. Excuse me. That's that piece. So make sure that's flat like that. And this is that piece, right? I don't know, this is just different. They are reversed, right? Okay. We'll take a look at it during the build. I'm not gonna stay focused on that. We're trying to do our thing. All right, and this is another piece to make sure it is flat. All right, these are the sides they want to make sure it's flat. Right here, definitely flat, looks good. I think I'm missing some pieces maybe. All right, so that's not a part of the bottom frame, that's just looking at certain pieces. All right, so all this stuff is for the bottom frame. Okay, so now we're gonna get into this part of it. So we wanna put some heat set inserts in this piece right here. We gotta put some M3 heat inserts on that side in the rear of it. I'm pretty sure this is the mirroring piece. And you have to do the same insert collective here. Right there. On the bottom there. Let's see. Small. Alright, you gotta go deep in there to get that. Those are M5s, and one in the front right here through the bottom. Boom, these two are the same. So we'll work on those as far as heat inserts. Let's do this, let's get started. I'm psyched up. Everybody gets psyched up if you are psyched up. We got a bunch of tools in the way. Gotta plug the heat insert tool in. I don't think we're going to be needing these taps anymore. That's done. Hopefully forever for the rest of this project. All right, these extra screws I'm pretty sure that we are going to need because I don't have any in my kit that long, and it looks like it requires screws that long. All right, let me put this over here to the side. Give me 1 second. Just trying to clear the table off. Trying to make this as smooth as possible. Drill bits. Work with me. You guys can check this out. I'm just gonna move the table a bit. So I'm gonna work with these. Let me put this up. Where is this? That was in here. All right. I'm gonna need this. You, good sir, I want to put you to the side. You are my favorite toolkit. Don't worry about it, man. He's not gonna take your spot. All right. These screws right here, like I said, we'll probably need these for the frame somewhere. They came from the old Ender. So, I know this seems messy, but I'm gonna put it in here with this stuff just in case we need to go back to it. These drill bits up. I'm done with them. This punch. We'll go over here. This, we'll go back here for now. If I need you, I'll pull you out. Alright, so all tools and stuff over here. Don't know what I did with this drill bit kit. So I'm just gonna sit it here until I find the kit. Alright, so we gotta get to work on these. Plug in my heat insert tool. Please give me a second. I'm going to switch back to the screen. Give me a second. I want to get the stand for this. I don't want to just sit it on the side and burn it and cause a fire or burn the table. Okay, definitely mistaken about knowing where the stand was. Maybe it is in these tools. Definitely do need this. There we go. Okay, there we go. So the stand is right there. I'm going to clip this onto my table so it doesn't move. Let's plug this thing up. Here. There we go. Plug this up. What do we have going on here? We got a lot going on here. Whew. Headset's back on. Where you at? All right, so we got a bunch of heating sets in here. I got a bunch of old kits. So I'm going with the ones that's open first. They use a lot of M3 everything, so we gotta see if we can find those. So as far as heat insets, did I move that camera? I sure did, right? Let's take a look. All right, so as far as heat insets, we want the shorter M3s. All right, we got a bunch of those in here. These are short ones. Okay, yeah, I got some short ones. So let's go from the top. All right. So these are the short ones. They're gonna go in these sections right here. Let's start with this one. They fit kind of perfectly in there. Let me get my punch. Maybe that can help me set them a bit easier. Yep. So that's ready to go in place. It shows these sizes, so I'm gonna run with these. Alright, set this in place. Using my punch to straighten it, just to hold it, and then I'm pushing it down in the hole. There we go, it's perfect. And I want to get them set because installing heat inserts, instead of trying to make them like super perfect flat, there's a technique to it. I'll start with these. Just waiting for this to heat up. It's heating up. Should we heat up? Heat it up. I need something flat. Flat and metal. I usually have a ruler around here. I don't have my ruler. I know I have something. Is that flat enough? There's a ridge in there. K1 and just get a K2 plus. See, you can do this. It is time consuming, but you can definitely convert them. No, I've never put the laser module engraver on there. I mean, that's something I'll get into, but I haven't even tried to get into that. It's between 3D printers and 3D design. Like it's got the time swamped. Let me see. All right, well, I'm gonna use this plate. This plate isn't gonna melt and it's not gonna take anything out of perspective. And does it fit? Yes, it's flat. It has a flat spot on it. So, what I'm gonna do, heat inset. Ooh, that's hot. And while it's hot, almost level, push it in flat. Boom, flat, perfect. All right, this thing is hot immediately. I wonder, can I get that corner with that? Let's see. Yep, I can get it. That's done. The Ender 5 Plus, you know what you can do with the Ender 5 Plus, which is I'm going to do as a project on this after I finish this one. After I completely finish this, because I will build the enclosure for this, but this specific build is just for the printer itself, because I'm going to use this printer to print the parts. I'm going to change my 5S1 to a Mercury 1 mod. It's already, you have, Liam, you already have the Ender 5 Plus. They have a modification kit for yours, and you can follow through with the instructions to get it done. Me, I'll have to do some modifications because the 5S1 is a different size than the Ender 5 Pro and definitely the Ender 5 Plus. But you could do the Mercury modification to, you could turn your Ender 5 into a super printer, like super duper printer, and then you can put the Hydra kit on there, which gives it auto leveling. So, but that's if you want to go through the whole process of rebuilding it and you don't want to get rid of your Ender 5. This feels loose. I feel like I need to tighten it, but I know I cannot touch this thing. Yeah, but that's definitely what I'm going to do with the 5S1. And the 5S1 is a bunch of modification because of the size difference. All right. Cool, perfect. Those are in there. So let's take a look back at the let's take a look back. Every time I look at the screen in the back, it makes me laugh because I know it's just a cloth and it looks that way, but hopefully it's helping you guys follow along with it. All right. So we did the 3 right here. Yeah, I mean, you could. I'm sorry, Liam. I was reading what you were saying. You could, or you can reinvent it. You know, if you're gonna buy a Prusa, you can have a Prusa, and then you can have your Monster Mercury 1 with the Hydra kit. Like, honestly, you know, I like the Core XY. The Prusa that I do want is the Prusa XL. Like, this hands down, that's the one I want. And I want the one with all 4 hot ends on it. So, okay, so let's get back to this. The M3, we're gonna put M3s in the sides. I'm sorry, in the sides right here. We're gonna put one M3 in the bottom right here. And we're gonna put M5s in this location right here. So let's put 4 up here, 4 right here. 1 M3 at the bottom, 3 M5s. And these are a bit easier because they're on the flatter side, except for that one. We're gonna have to be at precision with, let me see the bottom of this. With everything at the bottom, except for, all right, you guys can see, except for these, no. Honestly, with everything on the bottom, because those have to go so far in. Yeah. All right, let's get this started. Flip this back over here. So let me switch this. Make sure I'm not putting any M3s where they don't need to be at. So we got 4 going in here. We can use the flat thing for this, but for these we gotta just be precise. Where are my M3s? So let's see what type of M3s. So it's still the short ones. So we're going to put this in here. It looks like it just fits in there automatically. I don't know if that's supposed to be flat or go all the way in there. I'm just gonna make it flat. Just heat it flat. Alright. 3 insets. Custom extrusions. Yeah, that goes in the wall right here. Just make sure it melts in the wall. I'm sorry, I can't see what I'm doing. Just making it flat. Those fit so well in there. I just had to make sure that the wall melted around them. These as well. I'm going to put a deeper one in here just to make sure they stick in the wall. It's nothing. There shouldn't be anything that intervenes with that. Yeah, I'm gonna put a deeper one in these, because these holes look like they're so wide, this just fits in. So I'm gonna put that in there. It doesn't disturb anything else. That's all I'm worried about. All right, let's push these in there. Make sure they never come out. Loves heat insert tool. All right, these are in there. That needs to go a bit deeper. Cool. No, it's not cool. Perfect. Since we can't make sure it's flat, we gotta look at it by eye to make sure it's flat. That's good. Those are in there. We have to put one in here. We'll put one of those sizes in because we're very scarce on the other ones. Okay, it's in there. This one I'm going to put it in and then push it down on the table flat to make sure it's flat. All right, that's flat and that is cool. All right, so now I'm gonna do the M3s here. Same way we did over there. All right, that holds there, that's holes there. We gotta use the short ones for these because there's a hole that has to go through it. Cool. Alright. Alright. I don't know if you guys saw this camera. Twist this camera. Tighten it up. Right. I'm sorry, I don't mean to do this to y'all while y'all watching this. What? This camera. It's being a real pain in the butt. Alright. So that's these two. We're gonna put the deeper ones here. Boom. And boom. Okay. Beautiful. Those in there perfect. That's them. Put another longer one here. I said this one we could put in partially, then sit it down on the table flat and make sure it's flat. Alright, so now we gotta do the M5 pieces. M4s, M5s. So, let's see, M5, we are going wondering something. You had 2020 issues. Alright, if you have custom 2020, I'll let you guys read what I'm reading. It says if you have a custom 2020 extrusion for the front, you can choose to install it with two M5 by 16 screws and M5 T-nut from the bottom. If so, don't install the two bottom 5 inserts. So it's basically saying don't install these two, I'm guessing, but you still have to install this one. If you can see that. So it's saying don't install these two, because I don't have a custom 20 by 20. I'm using everything from the kit like it's telling me to. So I'm just going to install this one right now. I'm going to see if I can just use this in, because you're supposed to change the tip of the inset, but that thing's so hot I don't want to touch it right now. So I'm going to try and use the M5, the M3 insetter for the M5 insets. We'll see if that works out. So basically you still have to install this one. So you still have to install this one. That falls goes in there too easy, guys. Why? I'm going to try and use a bigger one just to make sure it melts in there. Or no, that must not, no, that wasn't a 5, that was a 4. Wow, that doesn't even fit. Insert. It's a 5, but that doesn't fit. Heat inserts. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous to put that in and it doesn't fit unless no. M5 inserts. Alright. I'm gonna use this one. Yeah, that's because I'm about to put an M6. That's an M6. Oh man, come on, man, get your stuff together, man. Like, yo, it don't fit. Okay, so I got one. That's an M6 as well. I gotta put the M5s. Trying to fit an M5 in a Oh yeah, pause. Let's see. There we go. All right. Let's see if we can use this to inset this. It's a bit slower, but it's working. Flat. Boom. There you go. There it is. All right. Come on, Liam. You can't pause me, man. I gotta pause myself, man. Or it slipped the cracks. All right. Trying to be steady, you guys. I don't have a steady hand already, so you definitely don't want your heat inserts to be off. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. All right, flat. Where do we have to go with this? If there are no more heat inserts, then we will. Okay, now we're to the build. So we did our heat inserts. No precision fit. Now is the right time to verify the fit of the 12mm Z-axis rod. If the hole is too tight, we need to clear it. Make sure you push it through. All right. Let me unplug this, the inserts until we need it again. I don't want to burn myself. right, let's go to the kit. This right here came with the kit from I think it's Fun, I don't know, FUNSSOR. They have a kit for this build. And they send a bunch of rods. This was, like I said before, this kit was originally for this is another this isn't my bedroom, it's another room in the house. You know, it's a vacant room that I turned into a studio. You get a certain age, the kids get older. So these are the 3 screw rods for the Z-axis that came in the kit. The Mexican Shrek. Hey Shrek, how you doing, man? Welcome to the channel. Mech Shrek. You have Ender 3. You gonna try the mod? I'm trying to rip this plastic off. I got a blade around here somewhere. Should use it. There we go. These are the rods. So I think I measured these. Like I said, this kit was for like the original, the beta version. I'm hoping that they were. I think I measured these and they were the rods that were needed. But these are the 12mm rods that they're talking about. Make sure that they fit before you start. Perfect. Let's see in the camera. Fits perfect. All right. That was my first test with it. So let me try the other one. Let me try the other side. Fits perfect. So we're good. We're good. All right. Excuse the clickety clack clack. It's part of the game. All right, let's go back to the screen. All right. So now what we want to do is start fitting certain parts here. So this right here, this part right here is to put tension on the actual rod that goes through that hole. Excuse the phone, I should have put do not disturb. This is for the tension that's going on the rod right here. And we will also put this M4x10 and T-nut going through the other side. So let's get this started. And what do I need? I need two M3s by 10, 2 M3x10s, and a M4x10 for the T-nut. So let's go to our case. Where are you? I know we got screws all over the place. I don't want to drop those. Okay, so basically what we're doing, we're converting our Ender 3 into a Core XY. This kit was created, or this whole mod was created by RH3D to turn the Ender 3 Pro into a Core XY machine. So what it basically does is it uses the frame of the Ender 3, the extrusions. You seen earlier that we had to punch a few holes through there, do a few thread taps. And what we're ultimately going to do is transform the whole thing and create an X and Y, a Core XY printer. Based off of our 3D printed parts, we're going to put those together along with our extrusions. We're going to kind of convert some of the stepper motors that were used in the original Ender to operate our belts in order to create that movement. So to make a long story short, we're changing a regular Ender 3 into a Core XY machine like the K1, like the Bamboo Lab printer. They got a bunch of Core XYs out now. But this will be our own mod. It'll take our own printer and bring it totally up to date with all of the software and hardware that we're going to add to it. Also, yes, this is no longer, it's called the Ender 3 NG next generation, but it's no longer going to be an Ender because we're changing the motherboard. We're changing, we're going to put a different MOSFET on there. We're going to connect it to a Raspberry Pi. It's going to, also our bed leveling. In this original build, they use a clicky probe. But I'm going to use that when I do my 5S1. But I went with the beacon on here. This is basically eddy current surfacing scanning. So with the eddy current surfacing scanning, you can scan your build plate. You have to have a certain type of build plate, like a metal build plate, for it to pick up on the surface. It also actually does an auto Z leveling as well. So it's not going to be an Ender anymore, but it's called the Ender 3 NG next generation because you're taking your Ender 3 model and totally revamping it. Now, Liam, with the kit, what it does is it just provides the Z rods. It provides the Z rod for the single stepper motor Z modification. They have a triple stepper motor modification, but I'm not doing that one because after I do the 5S1 conversion to a Hydra, a Mercury 1 Hydra, I'm coming back to the Ender NG to add some of those techniques in order to create a auto leveling feature on there. So that's why you would need the triple the 3 stepper motors in order to create the auto leveling technique. But what this kit does, it just provides the 2 Z rods on the for the Z axis. It provides the 4 linear rods for the X and Y core movement. It also provides a bunch of fans, the belts that we're going to need in order for the top of the Core XY, and the belt that we need that maneuvers each rod through the 1 stepper motor that's going to run through the bottom. So the kit provides all of that. It gives us all of our wheels. It gives us the half rollers and stuff like that. So it provides all of that. I don't know. I might have put the kit in the video description, but it's there, and that's what it provides. There are kits that provide for the Ender 3 NG version 1.2, and that's what we're building specific to that. There are people that provide kits for that specific to that. This one was specific to the beta, but I can still use certain things from that beta kit for this, if that makes any sense. So, all right, M3 by 10. This looks like an M3 by 10. This is how we'll find out. Okay, so why faster? Liam, I mean, I don't think I'm technically worried about more speed than I am more about, features and the experience of, rebuilding a 3D printer. I've already done it with the Cobra Max. You changed out a few things on motherboard to where it's technically not even a Cobra Max anymore. It's just a bigger 3D printer with the Bigtreetech motherboard in there. And you know, it's basically just the experience of doing it, you know. But on second note, it's the technology of certain things. You know, I'm Auto Z. My wife helps with 3D printing sometimes. This looks like a 10. I'm sorry, I'm looking at certain things. This is 11, so hopefully this works. And this is a 3. Yeah, my wife helps with 3D printing sometimes. So the auto, I'm sorry, I'm gonna switch the screen. Like some of the auto components of the new technology helps. Like Auto Z. A lot of the times when your first layers fail, it's because your Z, you know, your Z, your Auto Z is off from your bed level. Like that's one of the main things. You have to redo it, put the paper under there, and make sure that it's perfectly, you know, away from the plate with the paper test. What I love about Clipper is what is it, the Clipper adjusts the bed where it goes to each of the adjustment knobs, and it lets you know counterclockwise certain degree, counterclockwise or clockwise certain degrees. It lets you know that type of stuff. All of that stuff is cool. So when you change these printers and you modify them, and you know, they come out with some cool new feature on a new printer that they want you to pay for just because they built it, why not take your own printer and take your own knowledge and take your own experience and go for what you know and do what you got to do? That'll make you feel even more like, you know, you're more experienced at the hobby that you love doing. So, I mean, if I know I rambled on about it, but that's more or less why I'm going for the conversion. And to help people who really want to do it to take a look at it and do it themselves, they can do it themselves. Just follow along with me. I'm here live with you guys doing this, and I'm going about it just off of certain knowledge and tinkering and things that I do on my own. But definitely, I'm gonna put it out there. Everybody says that if I can do this, you can definitely do this. Definitely. Let me see. Is this even gonna fit? This says it's not an M3. That's why. Yep, the Z layer is tough, man. I mean, I'm sorry. That first layer is always the toughest. It's always the toughest. I'm looking for. I gotta open another pack. This one was all out of M3s. It's nothing but M4s and M5s in here. Like I said, it's one of the bolts that's used the most. So I might have to open a new pack. All right, you sit over here until I need some M4s. Okay. Let's go with you. What have you got for me? Everything new in here, right? You're open already. I might as well use you. Let's put you back. Let's see, are these gonna fit? These are way too small. They're not M3. M3. Perfect. Okay. And this looks like a 10 as well. Let's check it out. It's almost a 12, but we're gonna use it. So this says put this in here. All right. So these are going to go in there. And what that's going to do is keep the pressure against that that 12mm Z-rod that we stuck down there in post. We are also going to need T-nut for, and I know I got a bunch of those somewhere. All right. So we are going to need an M4 and an M4 by 10. What are these for? M5, M4. M4 is on this side. Switch these over. M4, let's say M4 by 10. I think we got one right here. Nah, that's too much. Need to go shorter. I do not want to cut anything. That's an M4. Let's see if this is an M4 by 10. Definitely an M4 by 10. And this is saying basically put this through here and connect this on this side. If I can do it without my big hands getting in the way. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Start to use some Allen keys. Do you fit? Yep. Let's start to use some Allen keys. So we're gonna put that in there. All right, now it's in there. All right, so this is set the way the first page says. We're gonna do the next one. Be one more of those in here. I thought I was organized with these things. All right, maybe not. Sorry, you guys, I'm looking for that other piece. There we go. Here we go. So for this side, excuse me, let's see, for 2 10s. So those are in place, and we need to go with the, let's say 10 mil 4x10, and I Citrus, I am making a 1.2 version. That's the one I'm working on right now. I'm just doing it without the enclosure. For now, I'll build the enclosure later. All right. So these are done. We'll see where that takes us next. All right, so next it wants us to set up the rod, bottom frame, front corners. So we're gonna set these up with the roller wheels and the GT240T pulleys, 8mm pulley T pulleys. Let's grab those. All right, kept stuff from the kit. These. The rest of the stuff in the kit. Right here. There we go. So for right now, I'm gonna put the stuff to the side. Let's go back to the top view. So right now I'm gonna put this stuff to the side and we're gonna get to the what it wants us to do with that. I'll put this up here, you up there as well. Let's get you over here too. We're definitely gonna need you later. Get you out the way. And okay, so these are the GT240T 8mm pulleys. You can 3D print these in the kit, but I went with these to be more accurate. I do trust myself in ASA and ABS printing, but I wanted this to be non you know, no sticks allowed, like I'm doing now by dropping a little pulley teeth on the ground. Yeah, I was dropping the these little black teeth on the ground. That's one in there. This is missing both. All right. So it's 4 of them. I got them all. All right, so we're gonna take the rod. Pulley spacer. Okay, we're gonna take the rod. Also put this in the wrong spot. I thought this piece was for the bag, but it's actually for here. All right, so we're gonna take that, these couple pieces. So we need the rod, we need the wheel, pulley, pardon me, need the wheel, the pulley, and a spacer, and of course the rod. So it goes on this way. Rod, spacer on the back, and this goes down here at the bottom. And it shows, let me get back to the screen. All right, and it shows on here, this is the way you want to be with this. flat. Have the roller on the bottom flat, no space like that. So you want it flat like this. All right. So I'm gonna do this one here, and then we're gonna use the table as the flat edge. See if I don't know this. Yeah, better view. Use the table as the flat edge, and I have to get a size. I gotta get a size for this this lock nut right here, this little small micro nut. Always gotta open this kit back up. There's nothing else that fits. It? Yep, that's it. So we are going to get, like I told you. Didn't I tell you? I told you it was my favorite. So we're flat, and all we're going to do is we're going to tighten this into place with these lock nuts right here. We're going to tighten that into place, keep it flat on the table. All right. Do it one more time. There's 2 holes in here to make it flat. All right. So there we are. You see, just like the picture. Oh my God. It's the opposite for me. See, it's like the picture. This is the flat. This is flat. The roller's here. You got your pulley here, and you got the spacer. Just like on the picture. All right. So that's the way we're going to set it up. We're going to do our other ones just like that. Okay. I'm going to remove the roller off. This is setting in place. I'm going to keep that good. All right, I'm going to keep this roller with this rod because that's where it's going to go with. I am going to pause. Excuse me. I didn't mean to pause that. I'm just saying excuse me. Take this roller since that one's already out. Okay, it's not. I'm just going to set this as well. Set this as well. Just get it ready to go. All right, cool. Where's the other rod? All right, so one of the rods here. Got the pulley, got the spacer, and we have one of the wheels. So the wheel, like I said, go flat. Want to make sure this wheel is flat in there. I'm sorry, my hand is in the way. All right, so you make sure the wheel is flat against the table with this. We're gonna put the pulley on there, and we are going to put the spacer on there, right? Just want to make sure we're straight, so I'm going to come closer to the pulley and start to tighten these in place. All right. Tighten these in place. Absolutely, Liam. Thanks for tuning in, brother. I got to take it to the gym after this. All right. So, as you can see, it's flat. Same thing. Set them to the side. Put this here. With this roller. Do the next one. Put it in there. Put it flat. Right? I gotta open up the pulley. Balance. Balance. Like a young Buddha. Alright, so these are already in place, ready to go. I just gotta take them out a little bit. Alright. Boom. It's in place, ready to go. Just gonna tighten this up. Right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's make sure it's flat. Flat. Perfect. The way it should be. All right, so I'm gonna just double check the tightness on these lock nuts. Tight. 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 And tight. All good. So, next step is, where are you? I'm gonna take this piece and this piece. Let me see if that's the way they line up. Yep. So we're gonna take these two pieces. We're gonna put a wheel bearing in there. Fits right in there. We're gonna put a wheel bearing right in there. Right? And what's the next step? So 20 by 20, 30 apartment. So the next step is I take this actual piece. You know, that's that piece or this piece. This piece is showing on the screen. Take this piece and lock it into place. Let's see. Three top frame bar V-slot. See, it told me not to install those, which it seems like I'm gonna have to install those. Yeah, me. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. Alright, so it told me I didn't have to install those, but I am going to install them. Give me one. I already said, give me 1 second. So this says take 20 by 20 M30. And that's one of these. Should have had this out of plastic. So I gotta take one of these extrusions, which is a 20 by 20 by 30. Take this extrusion, which is a 20 by 20 by 30. 20 by 20 by 330. All right. Take this extrusion. It's 20. This goes all the way out to 300. 300. Let's get 300 and see what we're at. Somewhere around 300. See 30. Just want to get in there just to where we're at. And 30. Yep. So this is the piece it's asking for. It is telling me basically that it's going to hook this way. It's going to give y'all this. We're going to have to do another heat inset. So it's going to hook in this way. Slide. And lock in with those. I got to put the heat insets in there. So give me 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna heat this back up and we'll take care of that. So while it's heating up, let me get these M5s. Let's take a couple of you, the bigger ones. I think we can use those. These in place. Nah, that'll be too much. I gotta use this size. So we're gonna need to put this in place. Punch at. Just want to get it straight. Sorry. See what I'm doing? I'm trying to use the punch to get this in place, get it solid, ready to go. There you go. I'll take this one, put that one in there. What's crazy is I should have switched that when that heat in this heat sink insert, the heat inserter. I should have switched it to the 5mm one. We'll be all right. That settle in there. think that's good enough. I'm gonna have to clear that out. All right, so that's in there. Clear that plastic out. Just saw something. All right, let me try and clear it out with an M5 screw. This thing is still hot. I'll wait. And just do the same thing with this side. Give it some M5s. Press it in there. Honestly though, I would like to drop these in from this side. And I know they don't want to do that because they're thinking about flat stuff, but I am going to drop it in from this side. I think it's better if I do. I'm going to screw it in from that side. It's better to come in from the top. Drop it a little bit lower so that it doesn't have the issue that they're being afraid of. I'm going to drop it from the side. Perfect. That's cool. So, since this one has the filament all in it, I'm going to clear it out with this. Alright, have pushed it out of the way. And I pushed it out of the way as well. So let's see if I can get it. Alright, let me unplug that again. Alright, and we're gonna do what they say in here. So we're gonna slide that into place with the lock nut, the T-nut. Right? It just slid into place with the T-nut. Move that out of the way. Slid that into place with the T-nut, and we are going to I think I want that one. I think we're going to need that, and that's going to need to be extended. So I'm going to take these in here that I couldn't use, and we're going to use these. So these are M5s, pretty sure. Are they too short? It's too much. All right, let's pull this out. Let's see if that's enough extension on there. It's not even that. That's not going deep enough. So we need to get this out of here. Need tweezers, yes. But for now, I'm just going to use these nippers. All right, this isn't long enough. M5s. Crazy. I'm gonna have to use those. All right. So we'll use these. Didn't want to use them, but we'll use them. All right, too lengthy. The same. That might not fit. Damn. We need to find one that's going to get through. That didn't go down enough. That's what I said. It's good. It would have made it flat. I have to push that up some more. I'm sorry, you guys. You gotta see if that catches it at all. It doesn't. Those other screws are too long. Let's see if I got anything in here that has a different size to it. Yes. Yes, these work. Put that back. These are gonna work. Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna slide this back through. Slide that back through here with this T-nut. If we can keep it straight. All right, bet. So that's in there. I'm gonna take this. And this tension is coming from that ASA that's in there. And I'm going to use my trusty breakthrough drill. There we go. There we go. In that spot. This right here is going to tighten in here. This is going to tighten in here. This T-nut. Boom. Corner piece. So now we'll find out after that. So we gotta assemble the whole frame together before. All right, that works for me. Start to assemble this frame. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. I'm gonna slip this through. Right. Got 10mm bolts. Come through. bolts, put them through. Alright. Yeah, it's not going to take your job. I just want to use it. I'm talking to my precision tool, y'all. He's worried about the other precision tool taking his job. It might. Oh, that's trash. Turn it up. There we go. Beautiful. Perfect. All right. So, I believe this is the back, the front piece. This is the front bracket. All right. So we're gonna drop this into here. Okay. Alright, what else do we have going on with this? So they're talking about connecting the pulleys right now. I don't know if we should do that until we're ready for the rest of the frame. Okay, so we have to start doing it right now. All right, so we have to start connecting the pulley belt. So, with that being said, you have to drop these into place. It's a lot going on. I'm gonna let you guys check out from this angle, but there is a lot going on. Auto. All right, so we're gonna take this, place this in to where it's supposed to go. We're going to take this one, place it in to where it goes, right? So now we gotta go to our kit, wherever it is. And grab the belt. You're gonna take, this is a 1140 millimeter GT2 6mm closed loop belt, but it's 1140 millimeters long around. So what we're gonna do is put it around the pulleys. This is the way it has to go before we can actually drop the tops on here. Because once we do that, it'll be locked into place. So that's the way it is. Looks great, looks pretty straight. So we'll take the top part of this. I believe this is the side for this one. Get that ease on in place. And it goes like that. Right? So that's how it's going to go into place. And we have another one. Which I'm sorry, goes here. Snaps into here. Right? Works his way over top. Down. So now we gotta tighten these into place. Says we need 3 M3 by 10s and 1 M3 by 35. I don't know if we have those. Let's check it out. So these are gonna be our 3M3x10s. The correct for this. It's not you. Try you. You work. All right. Put this in place. Perfect. Good. Let's get you guys going. I don't know if I got that M3 that they asking for. Or 35mm M3. It's almost at. It is about 1.5 inches. 35, almost 1.5 inches. I don't know if I have anything like that. Maybe. M10, M20. You got an M30. I don't have any M30 fives. Hoping this is enough. I don't know. Let's see if it is. Hoping it's enough. Nah, it's not enough. I don't have an M35. M25, 36. Ooh. I may have to hold off just on that one part and see if I might have to order those. Yeah, because I definitely don't have an M35. Looking at all my kits, there are no M35s. Alright, so I'll hold off on that part. I think I can actually. So, bottom frame, front skirt. But you know what, actually, let's. All right, so it is getting kind of to that point. We've been live for about 3 hours now. We are going to take it to tomorrow. At this point, this isn't stopping me, but it does look like a good place to just hold on for a second. There is a M3 by 35 screw needed right here. Step to the side. In this location, every kit that I have doesn't have this long screw in there. So an M3 by M35, that's almost 1.5 inches. So just make sure you have that when you get this kit together. Just make sure, you know, at least you have those. Tomorrow when we come back, I'll have that screw. I'll knock that part out. That's, like I said, it's not really stopping anything. We can go back and do it. But we'll put our heat insets into the front skirt and then lock that into place right here in the front. This is the front. We'll lock that into place and continue on running through this this bottom frame. It looks like everything else is just assembly. It looks like this is going to be more or less like putting a 3D printer together outside of the heat insets. I think that's more or less the extra factor here. Everything else looks basically like just putting a 3D printer together if you would have got it in the box. So we'll take care of a lot of this tomorrow. We'll be on for a while again tomorrow. Today was about 3 hours. Tomorrow we'll do 3 or 4 hours as well and see how far we get. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, keep doing your thing, 3D printing. Be kind to one another because it's only one of your kind. And happy printing, people. I'll see you in the next video.